Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We're not close to finish with Premier League Team of the Season just yet, but the league that comes next in TOTS has historically been one that EA has juiced up the content for. We have leaks today for Bundesliga Team of the Season. The full team has been made known, including the Saudi League and rest of the world squads that are all going to be in packs this Friday. And oh, do we have some big names for SB season coming as well. We've got an FC25 Rat that returns during this weekend of Team of the Season, and a 2022 World Cup legend who's already had an SBC at the very beginning of this year that was very good. Plus, we got to make sure we talk about the here and now in Premier League Team of the Season. One of our favorite upgrade packs expires today, but I'm not excited for what is going to be replacing it. We're going to take a look at Tuesday content and the market because I'm out here making some buys, trying to get some bids, and I just missed out on that one there because I think some of these TOTS cards still have a chance to go up before we get to the weekend. Let's discuss, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up on it, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now let's start with something that was a surprise. Yesterday, as a part of our Monday content on this game, EA updated the fantasy cards and Road to the Final cards early. These are normally upgrades that we don't see until Tuesdays, but yesterday they just upgraded them anyway. We've got cards like Mateo going to 99 shooting, cards like the Jill Scott to 99 passing, the Lauren James and Chawinga both to 99 dribble, which actually that is not good, some people are saying, for the Lauren James because she is no longer lengthy accelerate type. With the quick step and the rapid plus playstyles, it actually made her a very unique card in the game. But with her dribbling going to 99, same thing for Chawinga, their agility stat has gone to 99, making them no longer lengthy. But for a lot of these cards, as we talk about Mateo here, their prices have gone up a lot. This is Mateo's graph from yesterday. I had two of her for 360 and 398,000 coins purchased on the weekend because we knew that this upgrade was going to be coming. She spiked with the upgrade all the way to almost and over, actually, at one point, 600,000 coins. I was able to sell for 560 and take some good profit, but I would just say for you guys that maybe have these cards or you're wanting to invest in them, because yeah, there still are a couple of upgrades left for these fantasy cards here, right? They're chasing the final upgrade of winning the main cup or winning the domestic league. I would still consider selling these cards because with no more or very few more upgrades to chase to obtain, kind of the allure of buying a live card has gone away. So I'd sell those cards just to be safe. Also yesterday, we had Road to the Final upgrades for cards like Vicky Lopez, Irene Paredes, and Boole, the Bayern left mid women's player. That is because there were some Women's Champions League games that happened over the weekend, and wins or draws in the semi-final legs will give you a +1 overall. That was the first leg that was played on the weekend for Barcelona. They're going to be playing in a second leg, which will potentially give another +1 overall. But that's what we're watching today for Men's Champions League. We got the big game between PSG and Bayern, and there's upgrades on the line for Musiala, Conrad Leimer, and the PSG live cards like Doué as well. Whoever wins, or if there's a draw tonight, both teams, if it's a draw, and whoever wins, if it's just one team outright, will get a +1 overall upgrade on that Road to the Final card. So that's just one thing to watch out for, but you guys know I'm going to say, make sure you sell it in the hype. Now, speaking of cards that have not gotten upgraded, since we're speaking of upgrades in general, Luke Shaw, after yesterday's Manchester United win, is due a +2 overall and a third playstyle plus. This will be the stats that this card gets, just a blanket +2 upgrade over the card, but he's also going to have a third playstyle plus, so be on the lookout for that. That should happen today. EA's been pretty good with updating the Showdown cards fairly quickly on this game. Now, through the rest of yesterday's Monday content, we got to talk about the Gauntlet. Guys, the rewards in here, the packs in here, the guaranteed Team of the Season packs and player picks are the draw. 3 guaranteed packs or player picks with Team of the Season cards inside of this objective. It's the bonus objective, but it's not that hard to get done. Win 3 and get a perfect round. That's the most difficult part, right? Getting the perfect round. But even if you can only win 3 games in total, you get 2 max 94 Team of the Season packs and an 87x2. If you complete the whole objective, an 88x5, and then a uncapped TOTS player pack there. Great rewards there. Great rewards inside of the base Gauntlet objective rewards as well. You got player picks 84, 85, and 86 plus. You do have a couple of Evos, which we'll touch on in a second. I'm not a huge fan of. And you have some more packs along with a Gahey card that doesn't look that great, but it's a free center back if it's a team of the season card that you can put into an SBC. Don't sleep on these team of the season honorable mentions because they also suffice the any TOTS requirement when it's an any TOTS or team of the week, like in your 83 times 14, or maybe you're trying to do a 90 rated squad for a player SBC. Gahey will suffice a team of the season player requirement, so you could use that card as fodder as well, just from playing the Gauntlet this week. Now, inside of here, I mentioned there's some Evos. These Evos are, again, a bit of an issue. We were talking about this again on the stream yesterday, that max 89 is too low for these Evos that just give base playstyles. Because, again, the problem that these Evos seemingly solve is cards that are getting to 3 playstyle pluses that are losing out on base playstyles. Like, let's say somebody has Intercept, it gets upgraded to Intercept Plus as a 3rd playstyle plus through an Evo. Now, maybe they're down a base playstyle on that card, and that's what these Evos would seemingly fix. But they just need to upgrade the rating to 91, since that's where a lot of those cards who were getting 3 playstyle pluses are getting upgraded to in terms of rating. Now, we did have a stat boosting Evo yesterday inside of the Gauntlet rewards. It's called Inform. This one being max 89 is fine. Gives you a +2 overall and a +2 boost across the whole entire card. It's basically like an Inform boost, just giving you a blanket +2 overall boost there. So decent Gauntlet rewards, not better than decent. They're good, right? Those guaranteed TOTS packs, all the high rated guarantees inside of here are very good. So once again, Gauntlet rewards, GG's from EA. Now, we did have a new evolution yesterday. It's definitely not a crazy one. It's a free Evo. It is called TIE Interceptor, and it gives Intercept Plus, as you would imagine, also some defense, some passing upgrades, and a little bit of a strength and aggression upgrade as well there under the physical category. It gives incisive and long ball base, and then the Intercept Plus, but it does give you a +1 overall. So, you know, it's an okay Evo, but you just have to be okay with that stat going up +1. Maybe this is good for a lower level chain. Maybe this is good for somebody who maybe like, you know, this Essien. You really want to get him up to Intercept Plus. Doesn't boost his stats that much, but at least as an 89 rated card, he's still going to fit some Evos pretty soon. And, you know, you wouldn't be putting his rating too high for evolution, since for the good Evos that we get still, max 89 seems to be kind of right where they put that. A couple of max 90 ones that we've seen, of course, like the King of Highbury, but like the Swan of Utrecht, max 89. So I think 89 rated is okay. It's still pretty safe to fit a whole lot of Evos, but that one there is at least free, and it's 3 times repeatable if there's cards you can put into it that you would enjoy. Now, let's talk about SBCs from yesterday, because that's where the content got better. We have the Premium Premier League Upgrade Pack, which when we're talking about the pack grind and how these fit into it, I did a few of these yesterday. I did 20, in fact, and on my 15th of those 20, I did pack a team of the season. I packed Reece James, but I don't think the weight from these is that great. I had a really good day of packs yesterday. I packed multiple cards, decent red picks as well. But I just don't know if this is a pack that I would put into the grind. I would stick with the TOTS crafting upgrade and the 82 plus Premier League or Women's Super League player pick. I'd bounce back and forth between those. If you do want to do these Premier League upgrades, you would get more cards back, like you're getting the common golds. So then you can take those commons and then put them into the TOTS crafting upgrades. And if you want to just go, you know, rares into the premium and then non-rares into the TOTS crafting, you can absolutely do that. But I just don't know if that's going to be super worth your time. That's going to be a lot of packs, and it'll just keep you opening. It'll feel almost unlimited. But I feel like the 82 plus pick just gives you a better chance at packing team of the season. So try them out on your account. See if you get lucky. Do a few. See what happens. But that is the Premium Premier League upgrade. It is nice. I will say this. It is nice that it is just the Premier League, and you have a chance to really narrow down and zero in on just the Premier League cards if that's what you are after, not having the Women's Super League involved there. Now, yesterday's Showdown SBC, and since we seem to be getting like daily showdowns right now, is for the Champions League game. Tomorrow, we've got Mosquera from Arsenal and Johnny Cardoso from Atletico Madrid. Both of these cards need the +2 overall upgrade for the win and the third play style plus. They're also each an 89 rated squad, so it's not super expensive. I'm probably going to get the Cardoso done just for the USA team, as he's only 43,000 coins. Mosquera is only 43,000 coins to complete as well, but I say they both need a +2 overall. That's just from looking at their stats. Like, you know, these two both need to go to 92 to be usable. I guess the good thing about the loser is, if there is a loser in this game, it could be a draw. But if there is a loser, they would be 90 rated, and maybe they would fit Evos sooner rather than later. So, rest of yesterday's content, we also had the 7-9 plus player pick, which you can rinse some gold common cards into. And then we had the biggest SBC on the day, Nico O'Reilly. Maybe one of the most exciting cards that people were looking forward to. One of the most exciting players that people were looking forward to from the Premier League, especially as of late with his form in real life. 4-star, 4-star, left back, center mid, and cam. And that's what makes this card interesting. Good stats, good playstyles, great playstyle pluses. Jockey, intercept, and the quick step. Somebody pointed this out in the stream, and it didn't really click with me, but he is 6'4". Now it is clicking. 6'4" with the intercept plus. That's going to be insane for the midfield. Think of like a Vieira type player with the long legs, with the height, with the intercept plus, and 93 interceptions. He's probably just, every pass that goes by him, he's just going to be able to intercept it because he's super tall and he has that very overpowered playstyle plus. So that's the part of this card that seems very interesting to me. But you could also play him as a box-to-box center mid. He's got decent passing playstyles, no pinged, which you'd like to see, but he at least has the incisive, and he's got the good rolls there for a box-to-box plus. Also has cam, playmaker plus, and has every roll plus to left back, and the price is not bad at all. But again, I really think that this is one of those players that is kind of hyped in real life. A lot of people want to use an upgraded version of him, and sure, some people have better Evos. That's the thing, right? You can say, oh, Nate, my Evo is better. Well, probably not very many people have an Evo that is better than this O'Reilly, just a handful. But of course, the handful that have it are very excited to share about it. For 227,000 coins, this is how I'm thinking of it. Would he be 227K on the market, thinking about the Timber card that we have in packs being about 200,000 coins in the market? I think O'Reilly would be a little bit cheaper, but I don't think he'd be far off. I actually think this is okay value. You can see the community is really excited for this. 75% upvote on the Nico O'Reilly. So decent card there. One that I may just craft in the next couple of weeks that he is out, just to have a nice little Premier League left back for, especially the Premier League TOTS exhibition team that I'm going to be using for the rest of this week to get those rewards. Now, that was all of yesterday's content, except for maybe the biggest news, and that is the Bundesliga Team of the Season leaks started yesterday. And like we talked about in the intro, Bundesliga Team of the Season is kind of always the team that comes after Premier League. And I think EA do that on purpose. And I think we've caught on to the trend with these Bundesliga Team of the Season cards as well, for why they're always kind of juiced. Let's go back and take a look at FIFA 23 Premier League Team of the Season. We had Kane, right? That card was an automatic finisher. We had some big cards like the Haaland, like the Rashford, like the Salah. Those were great. But kind of the middle tier of cards, like this year how we have Timber, Cherky, and Soboslai, who are like, and Ekitike, who are pretty good, but they're still like 200 to 300K. That year, we didn't have great middle tier cards. Like Casemiro was not great. Trippier was not great. Bruno Guimaraes was not really great as well. So what EA, and this is actually something that I remember somebody from EA telling me about right around this time, is EA saw the interaction and the hype with Premier League Team of the Season back then in FIFA 23, and they were like, you know what? It's not quite good enough. We need to boost up this Bundesliga Team of the Season to make it more exciting and to bring back some people onto the game after Premier League TOTS wasn't that good. And then they juiced this Team of the Season up. Juiced it. We're going to use that word again today. I've said it on the stream sometimes. They juiced it up. The Bundesliga Team of the Season in terms of stats and the SBC content with some bigger names, some bigger cards. And it made Bundesliga Team of the Season really hype. Take a look at this Diaby, 99 pace, 98 dribble. Frimpong, 99 pace, 97 dribble. Oh, but Nate, those are cards nobody packed. Yeah, they weren't that expensive. And also you had this Royce SBC that had 3,000 thumbs up to only 200 thumbs down back in FIFA 23 as well. That card, That card was a special card right there, that Marco Reus, and a lot of people remember it. And a lot of people remember this Diaby and this Frimpong. This Nkunku was crazy as well that year. This Musiala was nuts. Bellingham was crazy. De Ligt with a big boost. Schlotterbeck was super usable. And then you had this Goretzka and the Sadio Davies in here. This Bundesliga team of the season slapped after the Prem Tots. That wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't like, wow. And then Bundesliga was wow. But that isn't the first time or the only time this has happened. It also happened in FC 24. I don't quite remember last year in FC 25, but last year of FC 25 TOTS just kind of was something that most of us try to forget about now because it was not very good. All I'm saying in talking about this is there is potential that EA juice this Bundesliga team of the season, kind of like they've done in the past number of years, to try to keep things going. I mean, let's think about it just realistically. Premier League, biggest league, right? You got to follow it up with something and make it a little bit extra interesting, and you have to kind of attempt to make it a little bit extra interesting when you're following up the Premier League, the biggest, most exciting, most watched league in the world. So I think EA might be juicing up the Bundesliga team of the season again. And as I bid on this Leo card really quick here, and we'll talk about the market in a little bit, we have leaks of who is in the Bundesliga team of the season. Now, it's not the official stats for these cards, but we do have a couple of hints from the leakers, including the knowledge that Harry Kane is going to be our 4 playstyle plus card, and Olise is going to be a 3 playstyle plus card. So again, these are not official stats, but these are the official players. By the way, count how many Bayern players we have got inside of here. Kane, Olise, Upamecano, Kimmich, Diaz, Grimaldo, Diamande. That card, after he had his Future Stars card, his SBC, that card might be insane. Jonathan Tah may go down as one of the best center backs in this game as well. You guys have seen his winter wild cards that had so much hype earlier in the year as a card, and now through evolutions. That card with 3 playstyle pluses is going to be crazy. You've got Baumgartner, you've got Kobel, the Tah Kobel, right? Jonathan Tah, Gregor Kobel, Tah Kobel. The jokes are going to be back this year as well. Pavlovic, Stiller, Vuskovic, Undav, Schlotterbeck, Raum, Baumann, Ryerson, Almala, Kufal, Berger, and Alex Garcia. The names in here look pretty good. Sure, you could say, who was robbed? Felix Dementia from Dortmund. A lot of people would have liked to see it here. There's 7, if I've counted correctly, Bayern players as well. But I'm just really curious to see the official stats for these cards because since it's the Bundesliga as well, they should be a little bit cheaper. And that was one of the things back in FIFA 23 and FC 24 that made these cards really intriguing as well, is they had juiced up stats. They looked pretty crazy. And they also ended up being a bit cheaper than Premier League team this season. So we're going to have to watch that very closely. This is the leaked Bundesliga TOTS, but let's keep it moving. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts down below. Who do you think got robbed? What card from here are you the most interested in? I think Vuskovic. I'm really curious about trying his card. Same thing with Pavlovic. And then, of course, Diamande, Jonathan Tah, and any of the top row. Those cards. I mean, if I pack Harry Kane, we will be going absolutely crazy. But there's more than just the Bundesliga, guys. We have the Saudi League, of course, featuring Cristiano Ronaldo, that is going to be in packs this Friday as well. We've got Ivan Toney, Ruben Neves, Joao Felix, Simakan, Koulibaly, Ibanez, one of the most OP center backs from the earlier stages of this game. His gold card has a ton of pace. That was one of those gold cards that maintained his price for super long, like Van de Ven. Not as long as Van de Ven, but I would say those are the top 2 center back evos that people did in the early stage of the game, Ibanez and Van de Ven. So that's going to be an interesting TOTS card. You got Quinones, Aldasari in here as well. And this goalkeeper, guys, the Brazilian Mailson, he is 6'7". So not quite Gadella height, but a Brazilian goalkeeper that is 6'7". That'll be very interesting to see how his card is in game, and I'm sure EA will give him a reaction stat boost because he's got pretty low reactions. But that Saudi League team of the season actually looks kind of interesting, to be honest. Like, those are some big name players in there. Ruben Neves, Joao Felix, Ronaldo, Simakan, Koulibaly, Ibanez, especially for those center backs. I would definitely look at some of the center backs that we have traded with recently, like the Jacobo Ramon and like the Indica that have gone up really well since Serie A team this season. I would look at selling off those cards in the next couple of days, especially once we get to seeing the official stats for these cards and for the Bundesliga team this season. There could be some absolute gems of center backs in here, and they could be pretty cheap as well. So that's the Saudi League TOTS. But wait, there's more. We've got TOTS rest of the world as well. Now, this one's a bit more difficult to see. There's Leandro Paredes zoomed in real close. Moreno, Lopez, Juan Mata is going to be in rest of the world team of the season. And there's a lot of guys who, I can't lie, I have not heard of. Muslera is going to be in this team of the season as well. You got some K-League, you got some Argentinian League, some CONMEBOL Libertadores involved in here as well. But guys, looking at this league here, there could be some gems. Like, remember some CONMEBOL Libertadores teams back in the day? Those rest of the world TOTS cards. There's always a few who absolutely looked pretty cracked. So, you know, don't just sleep on these cards just yet. There could be some really good ones as well. Now, as we take a look at the Bundesliga, we take a look at the Saudi League, and we take a look at the rest of the world. We're still missing the Frauen Bundesliga, the women's cards that are going to be a part of this promo. But we got to look at the SBCs, because with the Bundesliga, if EA are going to juice it up, like we said with the Marco Reus we had back in FIFA 23, they might juice it up with SBCs too. That's looking like it's happening. Leonard Carl, not at Real Madrid, but at Bayern Munich, is joining Bundesliga team of the season as an SBC. All I think about when I think of Leonard Carl is first the Madrid situation that happened earlier in this year. And second, I think of his inform card. There was 100,000 coins or more for such a long time because people were evolving him and creating crazy cards. This 83 rated Leonard Carl inform had an evo that made him just as good, almost better than the 91 rated Future Stars card that he had during that promo. 93 pace, 93 dribble, rapid and finesse. You got to imagine that a team of the season card would be close to that level. This could be a really big SBC. This card for a future star, by the way, has cam, center mid, and right wing. And if you take a look at this card as well, he has got the 5-star skills of the 4-star weak foot. He's 5'6", and he's got really good dribbling. Like, the stat line up there is really good. He's got great play styles, pretty meta ones: the incisive long ball, the inventive, the trickster, the first touch, and the technical with the rapid and the finesse, and he's got decent rolls. So this has potential. Kind of reminds me, like, we had a Due SBC last year in FC 25 for League Untots. I mean, maybe this Carl, where Due was last year, Carl's close, maybe not quite on that same level, but that's a big name. That is a huge player. We're still going to have to wait and see what the stats are going to look like on that card. I don't think it's going to be cheap, though. That's going to be the problem. But he's not the only league, guys. Here is maybe the biggest one. We've got Teo Hernandez, the FC 25 rat, and Di Maria, the World Cup legend, who had a flashback SBC earlier this year. They're coming as SBCs as well. Now, these are not official stats either. Nothing that we're looking at today is actually official stats. But, like, Teo Hernandez, I mean, still people use him in this game. Like, his Thunderstruck card earlier in the year was very hyped. But, oh, man, he was literally everywhere last year in FC 25. His gold card, AC Milan 87 rated left back card, was still like 200,000 coins at this time of the year because people were evolving him. Looks like he's coming back. And then Di Maria, 5-star skills, maybe has the finesse, hopefully gets a 5-star weak foot boost just because it's team of the season and gets a sick card here. That's going to be an absolute vibes card, and hopefully he's pretty cheap. And of course, team of the seasons have boosted chemistry, so that's going to help him out a ton. So a lot of hype for those two SBCs, a lot of interest in a Leonard Carl SBC. We're going to have to keep a close eye on the rest of the leaks that come out for what's happening during this week of Bundesliga TOTS. We're also getting an end of an era. A lot of people are like, where's end of an era Salah? Totally agree with you. EA decided they don't want to do an end of an era Salah yet. Maybe that's going to be during Ultimate Team of the Season when we normally get those end of an era cards. But for now, we have an Alexandra Pop, who could be good, by the way. She's had a couple Team of the Season and Team of the Year cards in previous years with Finesse Plus, maybe a Tech Plus, maybe a Rapid or a Quick Step. And she can absolutely find the back of the net. So that's all the leaks that we have right now. I'm sure there's going to be more today, and I'm sure there's going to be leaks with official stats involved as well. So watch out very closely for that. Now let's talk about the market a bit. Guys, Prem Tots, right? They've dropped a bit. They have dropped because yesterday EA refreshed the tradable store pack, the capital gains pack, in the store, and that made a few of these drop, but not all of them. Like, Saliba's still here at 1.9 mil. Soboslai's down, right? He's like 300,000 coins. Of course, yesterday he started the day at about 315 to 330. So if there's cards from this team that you are looking at investing in, I know we kind of said the low point was going to be between like late Sunday night and then into today on Monday. Looks like here's another buying window. Some of them are lower than they were. Others of them are right around the same price. Does what we just discussed with Bundesliga team of the season scare me? It doesn't scare me right now. I got to wait and see the official stats on these Bundesliga TOTS cards. And still, even then, I think that some of these team of the seasons that are in packs right now would potentially rise in price as we get into like Thursday time frame. If you guys remember last week with the Serie A team of the season cards, those rose up really well into Thursday, and then even into Friday. Some of them went up further and others of them did not. I think there's going to be an opportunity, like I'm picking up this Leo card right now since he's pretty hyped from EFL. I think there's still going to be an opportunity to invest in team of the seasons. I would watch those prices early today to see how much they do go up. Maybe late tonight on Tuesday is another window. But again, it kind of boils down to me, how good are the Bundesliga TOTS cards going to look statistically? That would really determine how well the Prem TOTS are going to move. Now, if you don't want to risk it too much, out of packs trades on Serie A team of the seasons, on Trophy Titans icons, still are doing very, very good. Bids are crazy. And so is just trading with team of the season cards, guys. 23,000 coins for Koga. She was just down at 21K on the market. Were we buying here, guys? We talked about it yesterday. We talked about it on the stream yesterday as well. These cards, it says 25K. She hit 27K yesterday for sure. And most of the other 93 rated cards hit 27,000 coins yesterday too. 28K for Nowak. Highly recommend getting on the bids for these, just like we talked about bidding on 85s for 1,000 coins. Now they're 1.5K and they're probably going to go over 2,000 coins today at the content drop, as yesterday they were right around 2,000 coins. I love the daily flipping and investing with the 93 rated TOTS cards because they are in demand and people are buying them for SBCs. Now, might need some more TOTS cards today. We're talking about SBCs that could be released. Let's talk about Tuesday content. Well, EA actually kind of gave us an insight into our daily showdown because we're getting Hutchinson and Buendia for the Europa League game that's happening on Thursday, because those cards were accidentally added into the API that EA gives Footbin and these other websites for their data yesterday early. Hutchinson and Buendia, 4-star, 4-star for both of them. Buendia's 94 dribble and 93 passing. Imagine that card with a +2 overall. Imagine Hutchinson with a +2 overall as well. Both would actually be kind of cracked cards. I might get involved if this is cheap with one or both of those just for the fun of it, for the potential upgrade. So just kind of keep an eye on that. That should be a part of today's content on Tuesday. Of course, we still have the outstanding EFL award winners player pick that has not dropped yet. I would have to imagine that would be in the next 2 or 3 days since it's going to be a part of EFL team of the season. So watch out closely for those. Those are not official stats, by the way. And we still have the Welbeck card that we have not had released yet. But I think out of this leaked list of SBCs, we've had everybody. Anderson, Van Uwyk, we had Hansen. I believe actually Hansen was yesterday in objectives as well. I forgot to cover that card. We've had all the showdowns now. So I think that's the last SBC. It's Welbeck, and then it is these EFL award winner players here that we're still looking out for in the last couple days of Premier League team of the season. The last thing to really look out for today is the 86x2. It's expiring. Okay, EA. We're not expecting anything crazy today for upgrade packs because they did not drop the guaranteed upgrade pack last week on Tuesday. They dropped it on a Wednesday. But the 86x2 is going away. If the 85x3 comes back and it replaces this and it's still requiring 2 83 rated squads, we're going to have a problem because that is way too much fodder and way too expensive for us right now in this game. The 86x2 is the perfect mix of the golds, okay? It is just gold rares that is easy. You get it done. You get yourself 2 walkouts. Maybe you get lucky and you pack a blue and happy days. Well, EA, sort it, okay? Sort it up. Make sure if you're going to drop an 85x3, you change the requirements. Or who says no to an 87x3? I say send it. Why not? We'll see what sort of upgrade packet they drop us today, but hopefully it's a good one. And guys, just to finish off the video, maybe some gameplay motivation. Rivals today, maybe you're finishing up Foot Champs. Maybe you're just playing the Get Rich Quick mode. Maybe you're playing the TOTS exhibition with the Premier League. That's what I'm going to be chasing. Yesterday, I was 8-0 in Champs. Then I was 10-1. We've been chefing recently. I don't know what has gotten into me. We've just been playing at a higher level. I did get lucky. I finished on 10 wins. I choked it, right? We won't talk about that. But I did get lucky and pack Alyssa Thompson from rewards yesterday. and I'm very excited to try out this card. It was her and Enzo in my 10-win red picks, but I opened a store pack yesterday and got Soboslai, and in an 83-14 pack yesterday, I got Timber. So crazy lucky yesterday for me on those packs. I'm very excited about that, and we're going to try some of those cards out today or when we play Rivals this week. But there's a lot of packs that are out there, man, and playing a little bit of this game, trying out some fun TOTS cards, and just enjoying yourself as much as you can, playing the game can get you some really big boy packs. So that's my little gameplay motivation, is get some of those packs in, because all it takes is one pack to change everything. Give you one of your biggest pack pulls ever. A lot of you guys have been tweeting me good pulls and stuff like that. Actually, you know what? We got an 86 too. Let's rip it. All right, no blue for us. We're going to get this TOTS counter up to 70 today. That is the plan. We're going to be grinding the packs on stream and getting some SBCs done and hopefully packing some blues. But let me know in the comments what you think about Bundesliga TOTS. Are you even considering like playing during Bundesliga TOTS? Is it Prem or bust for you? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on that. Or is it kind of like, you know what, let's wait and see what the stats are going to look like. If you enjoyed today's video, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in a stream today. Happy Tuesday. I'll see you there. Peace out.